We've been talking to you about our new devotionals, and it's really been a blessing not only for us, but I've heard many of you have been loving this. So we're just going to take a break here after this week and just kind of recoup and then come back a little bit later with some more devotionals or just really researching or listening into what you need and what we need as a body. So anyway, I wanted to share today Psalm 86:10, and I love this verse, and I'm just going to share one verse. It's a great psalm, but I just want to start as we kind of cap this out. And I know Derek will close tomorrow with the final one as we take a little breather. But it says this in Psalm 86:10. It says, "For you are great and do wondrous things. You alone are God." This time, this season that we've been in, yes, it's had its let's just say it's had its troubles, it's had its tensions. It's also been very good in a lot of ways, and I know I shared that a few weeks ago in one of our messages. But I just wanted to show you something that's happened. We're opening this week for our youth students 6th through 12th grade, and so parents, those of you watching this, or if you've got students and maybe you're a student, you're watching this, we're very excited about it. Awaken open up on June 17th. And it'll be our normal Wednesday night actually the doors will open at 6:30. And so we've kind of revamped a little bit. We thought, you know what, you guys have been cooped up and you just need a time to come and play and enjoy not only games and things like that, but also community with your friends and those that you've been missing. So we're going to open at 6:30 for you and your friends to be here. You're more than welcome to bring as many people as you want. I know a lot of your friends are cooped up and they're ready to get out. So parents, I want you to know we're going to continue to social distancing or mask. Our staff and our volunteers will be wearing masks. And then whatever your family conviction is on that, if you want your teenagers wearing a mask while they're here, that's totally fine. We understand, and we'll be doing that as well as a staff. But if you're at a place where you're okay with your parent coming without a mask, that's fine too. We understand everybody has their own convictions, and they're listening and doing all those things. But we're, as a church, that's kind of the guideline. It's up to the leadership. But as leaders, we're going to be wearing masks and continuing for a season, and I'll definitely respect whatever you want as a family for your student. So as they come out on Wednesday night, we'll also be doing some social distancing and things like that as well, or in games that aren't collision-based games like basketball. We'll hold off on doing games like that for now until things settle down a little bit. But more than that, we're just excited to be in the presence of the Lord together, as with students, and also just have that community again. I know as kids have stepped out of school, many seniors, their graduations have been so different this year. And while we understand that, we just want you to know that we are going to open with a graduation party just for you as seniors. So again, if you have some friends that are seniors and maybe they haven't had a party this year, maybe this will be your only graduation party. We want to bless you. We want to have fun with you. We'll have a message, we'll have worship, but the majority of the night is going to be celebrating you. We're going to have a time also as seniors. You can share a little bit about what God's done in your life and where you're going. We'll let you just share for a little bit. That's a tradition we've done here at Awaken. And so we'll be setting some time aside for you to do that. And then the rest of the night is just going to be a party blessing you and congratulating you and knowing that God's best is right ahead for you. That God has great plans for each one of you. So this Wednesday, June 17th, 6:30, doors open. We'll be here till 9 o'clock. And again, we'll have a whole bunch of programs and events and message and worship. It's going to be a powerful night. So come on out, bring as many as you want. Let's fill the house with God. And I wanted to show you, and so this might be a little bit weird. So if you get motion sick, hang in there. I'm just going to show you a little bit what God's done. You probably haven't seen this because during COVID, we haven't stopped as far as the youth center. God's really been doing some great things. But I just want to show you. Check this out. And I know I'm on a delay, so I'll do my best. So here we go. Here's our new espresso machine. We're learning how to use that. So it won't be open this Wednesday, but in the Wednesdays ahead, we're going to be have our own baristas, our Awaken baristas and things like that. We also have got all kinds of equipment in. You'll see here, we've got a pizza warmer server. We've got a taquito and hot dog roller and warmer, pretzel machine, coffee, a lot of students are loving Starbucks. We got a commercial fridge and freezer for everything that we're going to need. There's also another big warmer here. It's called a Crest Core. If any of you in the restaurant industry, you know what that is. And then we just got, this is kind of a cleanup and area for the kitchen and things that we'll be doing here. So all this has been happening. All all the countertops and everything went in here. We've got beautiful granite countertops thanks to New Choice. They blessed us and did a great job with countertops and cabinets here. And so this is our cafe area as well. Pepsi's been great about they brought in refrigerators for us for our bottled drinks for the students. So kind of a grab and grow, which is really exciting for right now. We're trying to stop from any cross-contamination right now. So the bottles are the way to go right now. So that's great. So we have that. If you haven't seen, we've got a pool table. This is getting ready to get resurfaced. You see all the TVs, all the game stations back there. Air hockey. Got a table that was donated here to us for a season, so we'll have that. And you haven't seen this yet because this was done during COVID, and you probably haven't seen, we've sealed the floor, the hardwoods. These are actual hardwood basketball floors you would see in a college or NBA, so they're actual professional floors that they use for that, and we had a great company help us with that. And then there you go, basketball's in. You got 14-foot ceiling, so shooting the three-pointers, no problem. And then we also padded, this wasn't here when the students were here, but knowing they're going to be running up against the wall, so there's padding all around there and there. As well, we added these are covers here. These covers are for volleyball pools, so this can become volleyball, it can be dodgeball, basketball, knocker ball, really any game that we want to do and have fun and just enjoy. So God is great. I just thank you for all of you that have given. I mentioned last week about how we're just a few $50,000 donors away from finishing this thing out. And that's true. So we've got a little bit of equipment. We committed to vendors before COVID to finish this out. So we've got some payments there to make for them. And then also I wanted to show you something that's really exciting. And this is by far the most important area that we'll have in the Awaken Center. And that's our sanctuary. And so we are in the middle of developing one of the most state-of-the-art sanctuaries for teenagers right here. Look at this. So you'll see, last time I showed this, it was a bunch of stud walls, but you'll see they finished all the drywall. And they are finishing up the taping and everything, getting ready for paint. This wasn't here last time. This will be our sound booth. You'll see a chair way up there. That's for our camera operators. So there'll be 2 cameras on each side of the sound booth. And then a huge sound booth for lighting, sound, video, everything that's going to happen. I haven't really talked about this that much, but this would be the back wall. And you'll see up here, there's some plugs and things up there. That's going to be a huge 85-inch TV that will be for the worship team or speakers or pastors or whoever's sharing that day. It's just a monitor for them. And you look this way. These are our doors, or this is the entrance into, so we have entrances on each side, and the long-term goal is middle school will be in for their service, and high school will be in the game room, and then we'll switch. So the high schoolers will go out one side, the middle schoolers will come in the other side, but these doors were custom made by Kime Lumber, and they are beautiful. It's a great company we've used for all of our facilities. A little dusty right now, but they are beautiful. They're kind of a etched glass, so you can't see through them. You can see shadows, but you can't see through. And this is all sound reinforced, so it could be as loud as it wants there or loud as it wants on the other side, and you won't hear very much at all. This wall here, as you can see, this back wall, the wood wall, that is going to be all custom stone, like you saw in our gaming area. That'll all be nice stonework along the back wall. And these slanted walls will be video walls. So 16-foot projection screens will be there. And then there will be another huge projection screen that'll drop down in the middle. And then the other side, another 16-foot screen there. So this will be equipped to do all kinds of, different, really the most important thing we're going to do is bring people in the presence of God and use all this video and tech really to elevate the gospel and elevate Jesus and all that he's doing in our lives. And so that's what this will be used for. That's the number one thing. But we'll also be doing productions to bring people into salvation and lead people to what Christ is doing. This stage is, you can't really tell now because all the equipment, but it is over 50 feet. I think it's 50 feet wide and a little over 20 feet deep. So it's a great production stage, and it's not a big step down. We did that purposely so we could come out. This will be our altar area as well, as if we do productions and we need to come out, we can do that as well. And again, I've been showing you before, this is a slope floor. So stadium seating, just like any movie theater, every seat will have a great view. So that's really important as we kind of move forward with students. But that's all coming along. So again, we've just got a few more things to button up here. We just got to finish up the drywall, paint, and then we're ready to really install seating and the tech equipment, lighting, audio. Those are our big purchases for in here. And we just had new roofs. Just to tell you how great God is, we had our insurance company come out because we had a huge storm go through Imperial not too long ago, and we had some hail damage, and these roofs needed replaced at some point in the near future. So God paid for all of that with insurance money, and so we're so thankful. So all the roofs are new on the youth center. We have a house here on the property, and also our little pavilion that we have outside. That was all replaced. So again, God is so great. I'm so thankful for what God is doing here. Even when it looked like things stopped, God didn't stop. He kept, and He will never stop. He is going to continue to do His work, and His word will go forth. And so I am so thankful. I just want to give you a sneak peek. I told you that I'd be sharing this week, but for those of you watching the devotional, hey, God bless you. I just wanted to give you a little early sight and view of what God's doing here at Awaken, as well at Westridge. There's so much happening. So Sunday mornings have been a blessing. I know it's been a little bit different than normal. This week we'll continue with our Sunday morning services. Whenever you're ready, we're ready. So come on, join us. Let's all be part of one body coming together. But even if you're not ready for that, that's okay. Join us online this week, 9 and 11. This week, we'll still be doing masks as volunteers, and also we will recommend that you wear masks as well coming into the building, especially in the public areas. Look, and we're making a slight change with our masking for the sanctuary and different areas like that because we're social distance in the sanctuary, not only 6 feet between rows, but 6 feet between families. So we have 3 seats between every family that comes in. So that limits us on seating in the sanctuary. We're not doing registration. We have plenty of room between the both services. But I just want you to know, as you come into the sanctuary, if you want to worship and listen to the message, it's okay if you pull the mask off and worship and listen to the message because there's plenty of distance between the stage and one another. You don't have to worry about, if there was something with COVID that was to come into our building, we are plenty distance enough for the message. But when we're in public areas like the lobby, or we're using the bathroom, or we're at a place where we can be a little bit closer with one another, hey, just pop that mask back on. And our volunteers, again, will be wearing masks the whole time just to serve you. Hey, that's all that's happening. God has been so great. We have really moved forward, not only in our pantry, but as a church. We're getting ready to unfold ministries. Awaken will start on the 17th. Kids will be starting here soon in July. A lot of great things. Volunteers, get ready. In July, we're going to open it up so you can start to serve if you're comfortable with that as well. So we'll be opening up our volunteer spaces again, for all of our areas for kids and cafe and all those things. So we'll begin to open slowly as we move forward, but we want to invite you in to begin to serve. And I know you've been serving at home, but again, serving the body as well is important. And those that God brings to us, we want to serve them well. And so look forward to sharing all that with you in the days ahead. God bless you. Just wanted to give you a little sneak peek for our new devotional followers. Hope you enjoyed that. Again, thank you for your prayers and your support and your donations to the youth center, to Ridge Pantry, to Westridge, your tithes. Our tithes have been so constant. So thank you for being faithful. I know you're not being faithful to me or to Westridge. You're being faithful to Jesus, and you're giving to Westridge as your body and as your home church. And so we're thankful for that as well. And even above that, your offerings to the youth center and Ridge Pantry and other things that God has for us. We're thankful for you. And God bless you guys. Have a great noontime devotional. This is probably a little bit longer than normal, but we got one more left with Derek next week. We'll take a little breather, and then we'll be giving you some more vision of what's ahead for our devotionals. God bless. We'll see you.